You've stepped into the Jared Briggs Show. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is just a little bit of advice, things that I wish I would have known when I graduated high school. So class of 2025, what I wish I knew sooner. There's a lot of high school graduations going on this week, and it just got me thinking, you guys, that was a really crazy time in my life. I remember graduating high school, looking at the world of like, oh crap, now I've got to go make something of my life. Like I don't have 100% structure anymore where it's just like, hey, I just go to school and then I got my summers. So I remember looking back at those times and it's kind of a little wild. Totally wild. So I got some things here that I want to share with you guys. I've been thinking about this for a few weeks now. I've got a very big soft spot for the young generation. There's a lot of people in today's world that they like to rag on the younger generation, that you guys don't know how to drive a stick shift. You don't know how to use cursive. Well, guess what? The older generation doesn't know how to use a phone or a computer. So I look at the young generation. You guys have a real genius inside of you. You have talents, skills, and abilities that this world has never seen before. The way you're able to operate within your mind, the way you see the world, the things you find important, how you really present yourself is unlike anything that's ever been. And that's why the older generation has a hard time with it. They're scared of it. You guys are more free than anybody has ever been before. And I want to encourage you, don't lose that. Continue to pursue who it is that you are meant to be. Continue to do what it is that you find important. Think differently. Operate differently. Don't just do it because that's the way everybody else has done it. You need to find your own path. You need to strive for the reason why it is that you were put here on this earth. So I'm going to get into the first topic that I wrote down, which is connection and community. One thing that I do see a little bit of a different philosophy or way, if you will, is how the younger generation communicates and connects. There's a lot of online, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's a really cool thing, and I think there's talents and abilities within that operating system that hasn't been unlocked yet. But the reason why I wrote down connection and community is because you become the top 5 people that you hang around. And that doesn't mean just people in person. That means what you listen to, what you read, the forums and social medias and platforms that you spend time on. Everything you consume, everything that you do, everything that you read, everything that has an influence on your life in the aspect of connection and community is going to have an influence on your life. And you need to really take that seriously. You need to really look at those things that you are doing to connect and to have community. And are they uplifting you to be a better person? Are they challenging you to be a better person? Are they almost making you reflect on your life of, man, I could do better, or I am better and I need to be better because of this? And if you really want to win, if you really want to achieve, if they aren't challenging you to be better, if they aren't pushing you to be better, if you want to be better, you need to remove those things from your life. Now that goes for everything. That goes for your family. That goes for the people that you hang around. That goes for your friends, your circles of influence, the people you hang around at work, your career, college, whatever it is that you decide for your life. You need to be very, very strict with who it is and what it is that you let into your life. And the reason why I share that is because that saying that you become the top 5 people you hang around is 100% true. You would never go to an electrician if you had plumbing problems. You would never go to a plumber if your car's engine wasn't firing correctly. You would never go to a fabric store or a beauty store for a tire on your vehicle. Do you see what I'm getting at? So if you want to be successful, if you want to make more money, if you want to be happy, if you want to be fulfilled, if you want to achieve your purpose in this life, if you have big goals, dreams, and desires, if you want to pursue all of those things, you need to be around people that are doing the same thing. You need to be consuming content and information that is helping you towards those things. If you hang around losers, you're going to become a loser. If you hang around winners, you're going to become a winner. And so I wrote down the connection and community first because that is so important. And I believe that it is the most important thing to helping you achieve what it is that you want in life, your goals, your dreams, your desires. Because your life is 100% in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. You're 18 years old, 17 years old, 19 years old, wherever you're at. And just graduating high school, like you have a fresh slate. It is 100% unlimited in your opportunity and potential. Okay, the next topic I want to talk about is education. And when I say education, I mean this. Education isn't just going to college. Education isn't only a four-year degree. Education isn't a master's degree. Education isn't a doctorate degree. Those are not the only forms of education this world provides and that this world offers. And so I want you to really think about your goals and your dreams, what it is that you want to accomplish. Because if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, college is not, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. If you want to be a business owner in the construction blue-collar trades, a four-year degree isn't going to serve you at all. You should go to a trade school and fast track that trade. All the business stuff you need to know, everybody's like, oh, I'm going to go get a four-year business degree. You guys, there is nothing there that they're going to teach you about business that you can't learn in a month on YouTube and ChatGPT. Okay, so I share this information that education isn't just college for a reason. Now, if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor or something that requires and demands a degree, of course, go do it. We need lawyers. We need doctors. We need all of these things that demand and require a degree. I'm not saying college is a bad thing. What I'm saying is we've got way too many people that are going to college thinking that they're getting an education, and it's way below 50% of people actually use their degree. I don't even know. I can probably count on one hand the amount of people are like, oh yeah, I went and got this degree. Most of the time I'm like, oh, did you go to college? Yeah, I went to college. I got a 4-year degree in this. And I'm like, oh, have you ever used it? Never. That is 99% of the conversations that I have. And so I share this. If you guys want to receive an education, well, what is that? What do you want your life to look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years from now? What do you want your life to look like? And whatever that is, go do that. Go fast track that. You guys, I went down the college route. I went for 2 semesters, and I went to college. And I spent the whole time thinking about business. And I finally realized there's nothing here that they're teaching me about because I got to spend the first 2 years doing their generals anyway. Okay. I quit going to school and I learned business. I started a business and I learned business. I used Google. I used YouTube. Now I use ChatGPT. I built relationships. I created a connection and a community of people that were business owners. And I fast tracked my life to become successful in business. And I'm going to be very strict on you need to know what it is that you want. You guys, that is one of the best things that you could do is to really sit down and look at the things that you love. Even take out a sheet of paper, write on what's one side of the sheet of paper, what gives you energy, what lights you up. On the left-hand side of the paper, what lights you up? On the right-hand side of the paper, what do you hate? What doesn't light you up? What takes energy from you? All the things that light you up, how could you build a life, a career, and a path in those things? Reverse engineer your life. Look into the future and reverse it back to where you are. And then go do those things. Don't just go to college because everybody's going to college. Don't go to college because that's where I'm going to meet people and I can date and have fun. Cool. Move to a college town, but go work. Go build your business. Go do whatever it is that you want and hang out with the friends and the college people in the evenings. Because when you're 25 and you're thriving in life, and they're 25 and they're just barely getting started with life and they just wasted 4, 5, 6 years on a degree they're never going to use, you're going to thank me. This is the next topic. I hear this all the time and it makes me sick. Parents out there telling their kids that they have to go to college. I will never, ever, ever tell my kids they have to go to college. I wouldn't even make my kids go to high school, junior high, elementary, any of those things. I'm literally struggling with that. That is how much I don't believe in the system. Now, if you need the system and you're going to use the system to build the life that you want, by all means. That's what my wife did, and she crushed it. She has a master's degree, and she crushed it. She loves her career, and she mapped it out, and she knew exactly what it was she wanted, and she crushed it. We didn't even pay for any of her college because she was so good at it. That's wonderful. But all these parents out there saying that, oh, you have to go to college. Now, this is the only time I would say, listen to that. If my mom and dad would have told me I have to go to college and they were going to pay for it, by all means, I would have went and had 4 years of a damn good time. I wouldn't take anything of it serious because I don't care about it. I didn't care about it. But they weren't paying for it. That's why I didn't go. That's why I stopped, is because I realized really quickly the amount of output that I'm putting here isn't going to give me any input, okay? Have a little bit of courage in your life. I'm sorry. I may have a lot of mad parents at me, but it's their life. It's your life. You have to live with your life. For the rest of your life, you have to live with yourself. So all these parents out there saying, oh, you have to go to college. Well, what if that's not what they want? What if that's not who they are? What if that's not their goals, their dreams, and their desires? They shouldn't have to do anything. You guys, I had a situation in my life a couple of years ago where somebody told me, they're like, oh, you need to go to do this. I said, I don't need to do a damn thing. They're like, yeah, you're right. Courage is the greatest thing that you could build up. Have a little bit of courage to stand up for who you are. Have a little bit of courage to stand up for who it is you are made to be. Now, if your mom and dad want to pay for college and that's something you want to go do and you want to have fun 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it is, yeah, by all means, go for it. I wouldn't do that even if they were paying for it. I don't know why, but I've got this thing wired in me that I have a hard time wasting time. I want to get after it. I want to build. I want to grow. I want to develop. So maybe I would have went and wasted time, but I doubt it because I want to do something with my life. So you need to figure that out for you. But if your parents are telling you that you have to go to school, is that truly what you want? The next topic within this whole education thing, guys, the best thing you could do for yourself is to move away from home. I am so grateful for one thing that I did in my life, and that was I went on an LDS mission. Not because I was teaching about Jesus Christ, not because of the gospel, not because of any of those things. Because it made me leave home. It made me grow and develop into my own person, and it made me figure out things by myself. I didn't have mom and dad out there. I didn't have my aunts and uncles. I didn't have my cousins. I didn't have anybody that I knew. I literally stepped off the airplane, went to the church building, was an assigned and a companion, took my bags to this random apartment complex, went upstairs, started unloading my stuff. I didn't know what direction was north, east, south, or west. I didn't even know how to get myself back to the airport. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know a single person. The only people that I knew I had known for 2 weeks in my life. That was it. I've never felt more lonely and scared in my life. Never. But guess what that caused me to do? That caused me to look within. That caused me to work within. That caused me to build and develop my own self. And it caused me to become independent. I don't need my mom and dad. I don't need my family. I want them. I want to have a relationship with them, but I don't need them. And I feel for myself. For one, that's the way my mom raised me. And two, those 2 years, I really developed within myself an independence. And I am so grateful for that. And if I could give any person any advice, it would be move away from home, a couple hours, a couple states away, whatever you got to do, move away and go be on your own. Go make new friends. Go try new things. Go explore. Go try different jobs. Go travel in a way you would never think you would. Go eat at restaurants you never would have ate at with your family. Go do events you never thought you would do. Go, if you're someone like me where you weren't into plays or musicals or anything like that, go watch them. Go listen to them. Go on hikes. Go do things that you normally wouldn't have done. Go experience life. Go explore. Get outside of your bubble and go become independent and start to think for yourself and develop yourself. You guys, that is some real advice that I am so grateful that happened to me. But I wish I would have known those things so far that I've gone over. I wish I would have known, especially the education thing. I wish I would have known these things. I wish I would have known how important it is for me to go build my own self and to think for myself and to live my own life. You guys, for the first many years, every time I would make a decision, it was for, I think this is what my mom or my dad or my family or my siblings or anything, this is what I think they would want me to do. I literally lived my life for years for other people. Go live your own life. Go achieve education in the way that you want. You guys, I feel like I've received an education, but I've bought courses and programs and hired coaches and spent a ton of time reading books and listening to podcasts. I've achieved and received an education in a completely different way, and I'm doing it every single day. I love it. I love it. I love it. Go do what you love. This is the next advice. You guys, you are starting back at zero. Who you thought you were in high school, the wonderful things that you achieved, the state championships, or the awards, or the programs that you did, or the praise that you got in high school, I'm sorry, but you need to learn from those wins and those learnings, and you need to move on from them because they don't mean anything now. You literally are starting completely back at the totem pole. The world doesn't care. The world will chew us up and spit us out because it doesn't care. The world doesn't care what you've achieved yesterday. The only thing it does care about is how you're going to take those things, those learnings, those disciplines, those wins, and apply them to the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. If you're not getting better every single day and striving to continue those good things that you did in high school, your results are going to be very mediocre. You guys, athletically and a few other things, I thought I was pretty cool in high school. And then I got out into the real world and life and realized, dang, I don't know nothing. And I literally have had to rebuild and practically build myself. Just build myself. You start from zero. You want to know the beautiful part about starting from zero is the world is in your hands. It is 100% in your hands. You can do anything, you can be anything, and you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. You can do anything you put your mind to. There's zero limitation. You guys, create a great connection and community of people. Figure out who it is that you want to be, what it is that you want to achieve, and go be around that. Go surround yourself around that. And remember, education isn't just going to college. You need to go become an independent person. You need to grow and develop. And remember that you're starting back at ground zero, which is wonderful because life is in your hands. You can do anything you want now. Anything. If you want to be an astronaut, go be an astronaut. If you want to go explore the ocean, go explore the ocean. If you want to build $1 billion company, go build $1 billion company. If you want to start a podcast, start a podcast. If you want to go explore the world, go explore the world. You can do anything you want. Those are the things that I wish I would have known sooner. I'm glad I learned them. I'm glad I've applied these things. I'm glad I'm developing into these things. But I wish somebody would have shared these things with me the day I graduated because it would have helped me sit down and get a little bit more clear about who it is that I wanted to be, what it is that I wanted to become, and what it is that I wanted to achieve. And I think it would have helped me achieve it a little bit quicker and take the steps towards that. You guys, congratulations. High school's a beautiful thing. It was a great opportunity to learn, to grow, and to develop. Thank your parents. Thank your teachers. Thank everybody that has influenced you up to this point, and continue on and be the master of your life.